Welcome. Thanks for joining me for this 26-minute Tabata style HIIT workout. This is low impact, so no jumping, and we're going to get started immediately. The first set has 6 exercises, and the first one is a bear crawl. So start in the quadruped position on your hands and knees, and then lift your knees just slightly above the ground, just a couple of inches. Walk your arm and your opposite leg at the same time from one side of the mat to the other, and back, or whatever space you have available. We're going side to side for 45 seconds. Remember to keep your hands directly below your shoulders and your knees directly below your hips and push the ground away from you. Nice flat back and knees low. Great job. We're going to take a quick 15-second rest before moving into our next exercise, which is an inchworm. Begin standing, facing the length of your available space. Bring your hands down to the ground, keeping your back flat and your knees as straight as possible. Walk your hands out to a plank position. If you want an extra challenge here, go ahead and do a push-up. And then walk your feet in towards your hands. Again, keeping a flat back and your knees as straight as you can. Without standing up in between, we're going straight into another one, walking the feet backwards, optionally doing a push-up, and then walking the hands back toward the feet. Make sure you come down into a full plank position, so keep your lower back up by keeping your abs super tight, and keep your hips down and your rib cage tucked in. Great job, another 15-second rest. Our third exercise is a side lunge with an added toe tap. So this can be done one of two ways. The way I'm doing it, I'm stepping out with my supporting leg and lowering my weight on my stationary leg. Alternatively, you could step out with your working leg and bend that one, keeping your stationary leg straight. Either way, come down to a side lunge, keeping your back nice and flat, and touching the foot of your bent leg with your opposite hand. Normally you would stay upright for a lunge, but the added toe tap requires you to hinge forward slightly, so be especially conscious of keeping your back flat. And shoulders back, lats engaged. We're switching sides here with every rep. Awesome job. Another rest for 15 seconds. Getting into our next exercise, we're doing a single arm plank. So we're doing 45 seconds on one side, then taking a 15-second rest, and then doing 45 seconds on the other side. Get in a plank position on your hands or your elbows if your wrists bother you. It'll be a little bit tougher on your abs if you do it on your elbows, but I find that this exercise is challenging enough on my hands. Keep your feet a little bit wider apart than usual for some added balance and support. And place one hand in the center line of your body, lifting the other off the ground. I like to put it behind my back. Make sure that your hips and shoulders stay aligned, equal distance from the ground, so don't raise one side up higher than the other. This takes a lot of core strength. Keep your abs tight and make sure your lower back doesn't sag toward the ground. Awesome job. Take a short rest and then we'll do the other side. Coming back into a plank position on your hands or your elbows, taking a slightly wider stance with your feet and placing one hand in the midline of your body, other comes up off the ground behind your back. Keep your hips and shoulders square, equal distance from the ground. Legs straight, lower back up, tailbone tucked, rib cage tucked, abs working really hard, 45 seconds. Great job. Take another short rest, and then we'll come into our last exercise of this set. The last exercise is going to be a Superman. Go ahead and lie face down, and lift your arms and legs up off the ground, contracting your upper, middle, and lower back, pulling yourself up off the ground. Keep your knees straight and your feet together. That'll help activate your glutes better. Keep your arms in front of you and raise yourself as high off of the ground as you can, being conscious of each muscle in your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, working to help pull you off of the ground. Awesome job, we're done with our first round. We have 2 left to go, so we're going to start over again with the bear crawl. Get in that quadruped position, lift your knees slightly off the ground, just a couple of inches, and walking hand in opposite foot, sideways, back and forth. Good job, rest for a few seconds, and next we're going to come into our inchworm with the optional push-up. Start standing, bring your hands down to the ground, walk them out into a plank position. If you'd like, you could do a push-up and then walk your feet in towards your hands. Keep your back flat and knees as straight as possible. They'll have to bend slightly so that your back doesn't bend, but do your best to keep them straight. You'll feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. And remember to come into a perfectly flat plank position, hips down and ribcage tucked. Great job, another rest, and next up we have a side lunge with toe taps. So stepping out with either the supporting or working leg, lunging down and touching your hand to your opposite foot. Again, with the toe tap, you'll have to hinge forward slightly, so be super conscious of keeping your back flat. Awesome job with that. We're halfway through all of these exercises. Next up is the single arm plank. Get into plank position on your hands or elbows, feet apart, legs straight, and one hand centered at the midline of your body. The other hand comes off the ground behind your back. Keep your shoulders and hips square, parallel to the ground. Remember that strong plank position, keeping your abs working so your lower back stays up, tailbone tucked, in one straight line from head to toe. Good stuff. Take a short rest and we'll do the other side. Back into a plank position. One hand centered down the midline of your body, the other behind your back. Shoulders and hips square to the ground, keeping your abs tight, protecting your lower back. Don't let it arch. Great job. Take another short rest and we just have the Superman left in this set. Lie down on your stomach and use all of the muscles in your back and your glutes and hamstrings to pull your arms and legs off the ground, and as much of your torso as you can. Try to get everything except your hips off the ground. Remember to keep your legs straight and your feet together. Great job. We just have one more set of these exercises to go, and then we'll get into a new set of exercises. So starting with the bear crawl. Quadruped position, on hands and knees. Lift your knees a couple of inches off the ground, and walking side to side, hand and opposite foot move together. Great job. Finished with that. Take a short rest and then we'll do our inchworm. Begin standing, and with a flat back, bring your hands down to the ground, walk out into a plank position, do a push-up if you like, and then walk your feet in towards your hands, keeping your back flat, and then reverse the motion. Feet walk out into a plank, push up, and then hands walk back toward your feet. Keep your legs as straight as possible, but bend them enough so that you can keep your back flat. Awesome job. Cross the inchworm off the list. We're done with that. Next is the side lunge and toe taps. Stepping out on either your supporting or working leg and lunging down, touching your toes with your opposite hand. Hinging forward to do so and keeping your back flat the whole time. Be super conscious of that. Come up and then down to the other side.
No breaks, we go, go, go. No shade, that's a no, no, no. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. No breaks, we go, go, go. No shade, that's a no, no, no. No breaks, we go, go, go. No shade, that's a no, no, no. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Awesome job, no more side lunges, rest for a few seconds, and then we'll do our single arm plank. Get into a plank position on your hands or elbows with your feet wide and one hand centered. Other one comes behind your back. Keep the left side of your body the same height from the ground as the right. And keep your abs tight to protect your lower back. You're in one straight line from head to toe. Awesome job, that's a tough one. You're finished with that side. Rest and then we'll do the other side. Back into a plank position, shoulders and hips square, lower back up, tailbone tucked, rib cage tucked, and your abs are working hard to keep you stable. Good job, done with those. We're just going to finish off this set with the Superman and then get into a new set of exercises. Lie on your stomach, legs and arms come off the ground, using your upper, middle, and lower back to pull you as high as you can. Legs straight and feet together, activating your glutes as well. Great job with all of those. Another short rest, and then we're getting into a 20-second on, 10-second off interval. We have 4 exercises, and the first one is a deep squat to reverse lunge. So squat down as low as you can while keeping your back flat. Shift your weight to one side and lift the other leg up and step backwards into a low lunge. Then back to a squat and the other side. Try to get your knee to the ground and keep your nose over your toes. Great job, we're just resting here for 10 seconds and then we're going to do lunge pulses. Start in a lunge position, go all the way down and just halfway up. We're just going up and down like this 20 seconds and then we'll do the other side. Great job, rest for a few seconds and then the other side. So get into a wide lunge, bring your back knee all the way down to the ground and then just come halfway up. Your thigh should come down to just about parallel to the ground and keep your nose over your toes. Good job. Our last exercise is a half push-up hold. So get into a push-up position on your hands, and you're coming halfway down into a push-up and just holding it there for 20 seconds. Your elbows should be at about a 90-degree angle, and your arms should be at a 45-degree angle to your body. Hands directly below the shoulders, and maintain one straight line from head to toe. Great job getting back to our deep squat to reverse lunge. Again, lunge as low as you can. Take a wide step backwards, lunging down to the ground, nose over toes. Back to a squat, and then the other side. Good job with round 2 of that. We have the lunge pulse next. All the way down to a lunge and halfway up, nose over toes. Make sure you're taking a wide enough step that your knee doesn't extend past your toes. You should be able to look down and see your knee and your toes right past that. Great job, rest, and then the other side. Again, a wide step backwards, wide enough so that you can see your knee and your toes past it, all the way down and just halfway up. Good job, rest, and then the half push-up hold is next. Start in a plank position on your hands directly below your shoulders, and then bend the elbows to about 90 degrees. Make sure they're not pointing directly outwards. Your arms should be at a 45-degree angle to your body. And from head to toe, you should still be in one nice straight plank position. Great job, rest. We have 2 more rounds. Back to the deep squat, reverse lunge. Starting in that low squat, keeping your back flat, shoulders down and back. Stepping backwards into a lunge, one leg at a time. Okay, coming into round 3 of the lunge pulses. You're doing great. Remember to protect your knee, don't let it extend past your toes. So nice wide stance, all the way down, halfway up, 20 seconds. Awesome job, you're doing great. Rest and we'll do the other side. Great job, rest. The last exercise in this set is that half push-up hold. This is the second to last round. So start in a plank position, bend your elbows 90 degrees, and hold it. Tailbone tucked under, ribcage tucked in, abs tight. Don't let your shoulder blades collapse together, keep space between them, pushing the ground away from you. Last round, starting with deep squat to reverse lunge. Starting in a squat, taking a wide step backwards, nose over toes, lunge all the way down to the ground. This is the last round, you got this. Great job, rest. We're moving into our last set of lunge pulses. Stay strong, take a wide stance. Bring that back knee all the way down to the ground, keep your nose over your toes, and just come halfway back up. Down and up like this, 20 seconds. Great job, rest, and we just have the other side to do. And then we'll be finished with this one. Awesome job, you're almost there. We just have one more half push-up hold left. Maintain that flat plank position as you lower halfway down and hold it. Stay strong, this is the last 20 seconds, you're almost done. And you're finished! Awesome job, you did so good. That was 26 minutes of Tabata style HIIT. Depending on where you're at in your fitness journey, you may have found some parts more difficult than others. Way to stick through it all. You're amazing. If you'd like to see more fitness content like this, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for joining me. See you in the next workout.